Right, hello, my name's John, Mike Zero Whiskey India Victor, and I'm here today to see if I can talk through a satellite to a SOTA operator in Ireland. The satellite is called SO50 and it's due to come across us here in about 10 minutes, coming from northwest, reaching a peak altitude of about just over 30 degrees, which is basically up there, and then descending behind the house. So we won't see it the whole of its path because it'll go behind the house, but that's the plan. And the main objective is to have a QSO with Alex, Echo India 4 Juliet Yankee, who's on a summit almost in the middle of the Republic of Ireland called Adorin. It's Echo India 019 as a SOTA reference. We'll be using FM and VHF and UHF. The way this satellite works is the downlink, the listening if you like, is UHF, and the uplink is VHF on 2 meters. Those unfamiliar with satellites, the main challenge is Doppler, because the thing is moving. And the effect of that is that as it comes over the horizon, it's coming towards me. So its transmissions, from my perspective, are at higher frequency. So I have to listen at higher frequency as it's just coming towards me. But if I transmit to it, I've got to transmit on the lower frequency, so that from the satellite's perspective, it's arrives at about the right frequency. Now with FM, it's not super critical. You can be within a kilohertz or so, a couple of kilohertz out, and it'll still work, and the audio is fine. It's very different with satellites using SSB, whereas if, for example, you're 2 kilohertz out, the audio will be 2 kilohertz out. So they'll either be talking like Donald Duck, or be so, Mickey Mouse, or it'll be so low frequency you can't hear it at all. So it's much more difficult using a manual approach, which I am, to talk through to SSB. So FM is much easier. You can do SSB, you need to use a computer which drives your rig, and it knows what the satellite is and can continuously monitor modulate the frequencies. So anyway, we've got 7 minutes before the satellite appears, so I'm going to get dressed, and I'm using this sort of homemade rig. There are more elegant ways of doing this. Basically, they're both diamond, it's all diamond equipment. There's a 10 element Yagi here for the UHF, and the 5 element 2 meter, and a diamond duplex here, so, which is how it's working. The radio is set up so that it's operating splits. When I transmit, it'll switch to 2 meters, let go, and receive, it switches to UHF. I've also pre-programmed the radio. So there's 5 levels of frequencies which I can control using the buttons on the microphone, so that I've got frequencies for when it's just coming over the horizon, I've got another set of frequencies when it's halfway up, and I've got ones when it's more or less above me, which are, if you like, the native frequencies, the frequencies the satellite wants to use, and then as it goes down, there's another couple of frequencies before it disappears. Come up closer. This is the app I'm using. It's called ISS Detector, and it shows, basically, there's an arrow which points in the direction of where the satellite is, and there's a line which shows the path it's going to take. So it gives me some idea where to point the antenna. Obviously, it's polarized. It's not that critical. The broadcasts from the satellites are not critically polarized, but it does make a difference. As you rotate it, the sound will come up and down, but it's not super critical, but obviously it helps. So anyway, we've got 5 minutes, so I'm trying to get dressed. The equipment I'm using is an IC705, just running off its own internal battery, and I'm going to put this on. It's a chest bag, really. I think it's designed for the American market. It's for sort of unmentionable things, because it's got things here for ammunition and magazines, but we're just going to put a radio in it. So the main thing is not to drop the radio. Connect it first. zip the bag up a bit. As I say, what I do not want to do is drop the thing. To drop out the bag onto the ground, which is quite hard here. Now, I could use the loudspeaker either on the set or the one on the microphone, but I'm going to use Bluetooth headphones for no other reason than this is what the 705 can do, and it's just one less cable to worry about. Switch it on. Doesn't change. So it's set up now, it's listening on 436.802 megahertz, which is about 7 kilohertz above the frequency it wants. The frequency it wants is 436.795. That's what the frequency the satellite is transmitting on. But as I say, when it's coming towards me, because of the Doppler effect, it'll be a higher frequency. So I've got it on say 436.802. I'll just do it. Headphones as they keep falling out. I've got ears the wrong shape for it. Just going to do a test just to check SWR. So when I transmit, it's on 145.847. So the native frequency, so to speak, is 145.85 for this satellite. But as I say, when you're transmitting, as it's approaching you, you transmit on a lower frequency. These headphones are determined to fall out. Right, I need to do a quick change of plan. Right, I'm now using the keep that microphone here, the loudspeaker here. We've got about 30 seconds before the satellite appears. But because of the nature of the terrain to the north of us here and the west of it, there's a slight hill, so it won't appear until it's now in theory above the horizon. Another feature of these satellites is there's a specific tone you can send to wake it up, which is on a different frequency. I'm just sending that now, but I don't think the satellite can hear me. So we'll go back listening on 436.802 and see what we can do. Not a bad day. The air temperature is about 6 degrees, but quite sheltered here. There is a bit of an easterly wind, but we're the wrong side so we're on the sheltered side of the house here. See the clouds scudding across quite quickly. I think we can see it, but well, there we go. Mike Sierra Whiskey India Victor QSO. There's an abbreviated procedure for working satellite. You don't call CQ. You will hear people using it, but you don't. You shouldn't do. You just say call sign and then QSO. Mike Sierra Whiskey India Victor QRZ. Mike Sierra Whiskey India Victor QRZ. Be up there about 30 degrees. I did hear some voices there. Mike Sierra Whiskey India Victor QRZ. Mike 0, Whiskey India Victor, QSL, you're 5 and 7, Alex, QSL. Echo India 4, Juliet Yankee, this is Mike 0, Whiskey India Victor, you are 5-5, QSL. Echo India 4, Juliet Yankee, this is Mike 0, Whiskey India Victor, you're 5-5, QSL. Echo India 4, Juliet Yankee, this is Mike 0, Whiskey India Victor, you are 5-5, QSL. Echo India 4, Juliet Yankee, this is Mike 0, Whiskey India Victor, you're 5-5, QSL. Echo India 4, Juliet Yankee, this is Mike 0, Whiskey India Victor, you are 5-5, QSL. Mike 0, Whiskey India Victor, to Echo India 4, Juliet Yankee, you are 5-5, QSL. Mike 0, Whiskey India Victor, to Echo India 4, Juliet Yankee, you are 5 and 7, QSL. Echo India 4, Juliet Yankee, this is Mike 0, Whiskey India Victor, you are 5-7, QSL. Mike 0, Whiskey India Victor, to Echo India 4, Juliet Yankee, you are 5-7, QSL. Mike 0, Whiskey India Victor, Mike 0, Whiskey India Victor, to Echo India 4, Juliet Yankee, you're 5 and 7, QSL. Go back a bit. Mike 0, Whiskey India Victor, to Echo India 4, Juliet Yankee, QSL. Mike 0, Whiskey India Victor, to Echo India 4, Juliet Yankee, you are 5-5, QSL. Echo India 4, Juliet Yankee, from Mike 0, Whiskey India Victor, you're 5-7, QSL. Right, I'm back again. Well, I heard him clearly at times. I think somebody picked up my call sign, but I'm not sure it was him or not. But anyway, that's the fun of satellites. It's chaotic for about 5-10 minutes. That's it. Try again some other time.
Echo India 4, Juliet Yankee, secure.